Curtis was filthy, both inside and out. He was on the internet all the time and did nothing else. He lacked general hygiene and stunk of body odor and bad food, the kind of stench that would burn your nose and make you gag if you were too close. The only way he could get satisfaction was looking at the most grotesque videos he could find, or trolling people until they were in a blind rage. Not caring at all for any repercussions or flack he received back, he fed off others' anger. He would frequent message boards or any trending videos where he would spew the most incredible hatred or bad takes he could. This brought him the most joy and would lead to his demise in the end. Curtis had trolled people who were suffering or anyone who was angry over any issue. He trolled when people had died or when natural disasters had occurred. The topic didn't matter, as he would easily come up with the worst things to say, generating the reactions he craved. Often being banned would not stop him. He would make a similar username and would be back within minutes. Curtis was getting bored on the internet. The last month was slow and there wasn't much going on. He waddled round his room in a rage. "I know," he said to himself. "I'll troll the military veterans this week. I haven't trolled there in a while." He thought they would be easy prey. Working them up was always so easy for him. He logged into a forum and started spewing hatred about soldiers deserving to die. Within minutes, others had spun into a furious rage and his username was quickly banned. He just made a new one and he was back, stoking the fire and laughing with childish glee. A private message popped up. He loved these, they were always great. Curtis opened the message and read it out loud. "Curtis, stop this immediately or I will be paying you a visit, and a visit from me is something you don't want." He had hooked one, he thought, then replied, "What are you going to do, you tiny little man hiding behind your guns?" He went back to the forum and continued berating people well into the night. Curtis was so caught up with the responses, he missed a new message notification. Reading the message out loud, he said, "I'll see you later." He chuckled and continued. Outside, it was dark and quiet as it was every night. A lone dog barked in the distance. Curtis heard breathing behind him and slowly turned around, but nothing was there. He turned back to his screen, and in front of him was a Goliath of a man. He dwarfed Curtis sitting on his gaming chair. Curtis felt like he was sinking to the floor just from the presence. "I'm calling the police," Curtis bleated out. "Go ahead," the man said. "It's not going to do you any good." He sat back on the desk and looked at Curtis dead in the eyes. He talked in a slow, deep voice like someone who didn't care anymore. "You have two choices, Curtis. You are going to record an apology video and post it on every forum, video site, and streaming platform you have ever trolled on, or I'm going to make you do it." Curtis talked back, cutting the man off. "Who's going to make me? Who said it's even me that did anything? It could have been someone else." "Oh, I'm going to make you, and I know it was you. How do you think I tracked you down, worm?" he replied. "Sounds like you are not going to be taking the easy option. Great, I was hoping for that." "I'll do whatever I want, and you can't make me do anything I don't want to," he replied like a spoilt child. The man swung his huge hand and it slapped Curtis's face with such force it felt like a punch. The hit shook him to his core, and his teeth rattled together. A little dazed, he tried to reach for his phone, but the man was fast. He leant in and grabbed Curtis's hand, holding the phone, and slowly began to apply pressure. The phone started to make the same cracking noises Curtis's bones were making. He cried out in pain. "You are insane!" The man took a breath and continued. "So that apology video, let's begin, with your name and what you have done, and then move on to why you are sorry." Curtis tried to stand up, but he didn't even get halfway. The boot hit his chest and sent him over the back of his chair so fast he didn't even have time to blink. He gasped for breath and struggled to talk. Another kick hit him in the side of the ribs, snapping a few of them. "You're soft like Marshmallow Boy, but your mouth makes you seem like stone," the man laughed. The massive hands grabbed him and yanked him to his feet, then shoved him back into the chair. "Where is your webcam?" the man asked. "You asshole, you broke my ribs and my fingers. Continue giving me lip and I'll break a lot more than that, you filthy, grotesque maggot. You are repulsive and smell like death." "My webcam is in the drawer," Curtis sniveled. The man reached in and plugged the webcam into the computer. He stepped aside and hit record. "Hi, I'm Curtis. I'm sorry for..." The man cracked his hand across Curtis's face again like a whip. "You are not even worth the energy I used to slap you. I said start with your name, what you have done, and then why you are sorry." Curtis could feel he was in trouble now. Many years of getting away with anything he did didn't help. Throwing a tantrum helped for almost anything. "I'm not doing it!" he screamed. Like a flash of light, the man grabbed his hand and pinned it on the chair, then brought down his other fist like a hammer. There was a horrible popping noise that echoed through the room as Curtis shrieked, "Hi, I'm Curtis, and I'm an online troll. I've been getting enjoyment out of tormenting people online for 10 years now, with no regard for their feelings, just my own enjoyment. I have bullied everyone relentlessly. I'm sorry for what I have done." "Not bad," the man said, clicking the stop button. "We'll have to edit this a little, as people don't really want to see the arm breaking, do they?" He copied the video to a flash disk and yanked the computer cord out of the back of the PC. "Now, one more loose end." Curtis tried to fight, but with broken ribs, one broken hand, and one broken arm, he couldn't do much. The cord was round his neck so fast you could see the blood vessels in his face start to come to the surface and pop as the pressure squeezed his glazed eyes out of his skull. The last anyone ever saw or heard of Curtis was the apology video that did its rounds on the internet. We hope that scared you a little. Remember to subscribe, and check out Creepy Midnight Stories for more.